Hello everyone, welcome to this morning yoga class. Today I have a full body yoga class for you, which is very relaxing and will energize you for the day ahead. Now without further ado, let's begin. Find your way into a cross-legged position and place your hands on your heart. You can close your eyes if that feels right for you in this moment and just come back to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the expansion of your body on every inhale. Try to use your entire torso to breathe, so not just into your chest or your stomach, but your rib cage as well, and even your back. And just become aware of your breathing. If it feels right, you can repeat this mantra. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Okay, now open up your eyes. And let's find our way into a tabletop position. Your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Now bring one foot all the way to the back. Flex that foot and lift it up. Engage your glutes, engage your core. And let's just breathe here. Starting this class easy. Okay, release the knee back to the floor. Let's switch the legs. Lift. Engage those glutes. Don't fall into your shoulders. Keep pressing into those hands. And release the knee back to the floor. Tuck under your toes. Grab the floor with your hands. Engage your core and press into the hands. Then start lifting your hips to the sky. Really pushing away those shoulders from the ears. You can keep your knees bent if that feels better on your legs this moment. Or walk it out in the spot. Then look in between your hands and step to the front. Take as many steps as you need and then come into a standing position. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. And exhale, dive the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lengthen, straight spine. And exhale, step into a plank. Bring your knees to the floor, your chest and your chin. And then slide forward, lifting the upper body. Engage those glutes, pointed toes towards the back. Come back onto all fours. And come back into that downward facing dog. Now see if you can find stillness here. Try to elongate through the spine, lifting that tailbone all the way up to the sky. And look back to the front. Step your right foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee. Square out your hips and raise the arms. Low lunge. Now bring your hands in front of your heart in prayer position. And let's twist. Bring your left elbow towards your right knee. If this is too much for you, you can elongate your arms like this and keep the twist a little less deep. Okay, release the arms to the side. Bring your left hand next to your right foot. And your right hand reaches for the ceiling. Then come forward with your right hand as well. And heel toe your right foot towards the outside. Toes are pointed out. Maybe you want to rock to the front and to the back here. Or find stillness in a lizard lunge. You can bring your foot on your ladder side to make the opening deeper in the right hip. Now tuck under the toes of that back leg, lift the knee, and step back into a downward facing dog. Let's walk it out here in the spot for a bit. And then step your left foot in between your hands. Come into that low lunge again. Square out those hips. And raise the arms to the ceiling. Now bring your hands in front of your heart again. And let's twist. Okay, release the arms towards the side and bring your right hand to the floor, reaching the left fingertips to the sky. Now bring your left hand to the floor as well. Heel toe your foot to the outside, toes are pointed out. Then you can bring some movement by rocking to the front and to the back. Maybe circular movements. Whatever feels nice to warm up those hip joints. And then find stillness. Can bring your foot on the ladder side if that feels nice for your hip. Try to keep your chest opened. Okay, now tuck under those toes and step back into that downward facing dog again. Round forward into a plank. And you can choose to do another knees, chest, chin, or do a full chaturanga. And an upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Now step all the way to the front of the mat. And come into standing. Let's step the left foot towards the back. So the right foot is in front. Ground the left heel. Your foot is in like a 40-degree angle. And your knee is about above your ankle. Open up your torso to the side. And bring your arms in a straight line. Gazing over top of that front hand. See how low you can go here. Make sure your knee is not falling inward. Try to keep it pointing towards the front. Okay, straighten out the front leg. And let's reach with that right hand towards your right ankle. The left hand comes up all the way to the sky. Nice opening for your right hamstring and your left side body. Point that hip towards the ceiling. And then return your gaze forward. Release the heels. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. Make sure you are bending with a straight spine. Bend the front knee and step to the front of the mat. Come back into standing. Let's flow it out one time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive to the floor. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plank and chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And step back to the front of the mat. Okay, so let's switch the legs. Your right leg is going to reach back, ground that right heel. Open your torso to the side and bring your arms in a straight line. So the goal here is really to go as low as you possibly can to hold that pose. So you're going to need strong legs. Okay, straighten out your front leg. And let's reach for the left ankle with the left hand. Okay, return your gaze to the front, grounding both of the hands. Release the back heel. and fold forward. And step to the front of the mat. Inhale, come into standing. And bring your hands on your heart. Let's come back to that mantra from the beginning of the class. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Thank you for this beautiful new day, filled with peace and love. Okay, now heel toe your feet towards the outside. So I always go about the mat width, but you can keep them a little closer or a bit farther away. You have to find the position that's right for you. The toes are pointed towards the outside. Your spine is in a straight line. Engage your core muscles and then slowly start to sit down. If this is too challenging for you, you can always come onto your toes or grab something to place underneath your hips and then see how low you can go. The goal eventually is to connect the hamstrings to the calf muscles. Since this is the beginning of the day, your hips might feel a bit stiff. So maybe you want to rock side to side here first. Push out the knees with your elbows. And then find stillness. Okay, bring the hands to the floor. Heel toe your feet about a width apart. Inhale, halfway lengthen. And exhale, fold. Grab onto those big toes with your peace fingers. If you can't reach that deep, you can grab behind the knees or the ankles. And let's just fold here. Okay, halfway lengthen. Step back into a plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And child's pose. Ground your forehead to the floor. Feel the surface underneath you supporting you. Then come back into a seated position. Connect the soles of your feet together in a diamond shape. Sit onto your sit bones. Bring your spine in a straight line. You can grab onto those feet or ankles if that feels right, and just fold forward. And try to relax every muscle in your body, so allow your spine to round. Don't put any pressure on anything. And just be present here in this moment. Take a note of how your body feels. Okay, come back up. And let's find your way into a seated position in the middle of the mat. Let's bring those hands in front of your heart. Send some love to yourself, some gratitude for stepping up onto your mat this morning, doing exactly what your body and your soul needed. Okay, let's take a final inhale together. Inhale, bring the hands up to the sky, and exhale, bring them in front of your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this class, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste. If you did enjoy the class, please give it a like and subscribe more.